we do not measure enough. And I'm not talking about like mathematics or science or something. I mean, like, we don't measure our growth enough. And it's so easy to forget to do it because nobody really tells you that when you're growing up. Nobody reminds you. It's not really something you think about. Personally, when I was growing up, I always heard, like, just keep moving forward and don't ever look back. But how else are you going to see how far you've come? Like, I like looking back and seeing my growth and seeing how much has changed. Even if I'm looking back at something crummy, like, where am I now from then? Like, you might not want to ruminate on it, but at least, like, look at everything that you've done since then. Like, it just blows my mind that people just want to only look forward and only focus on the future that is totally out of their reach. Like, you're not going to do anything with that. That's just, I mean, it's good to think about. It's good to figure out what it is you kind of want to do, but everything is right now. Like, where are you right now? Welcome to the Radiant Sun. My name is Kendra. I am a clarity and momentum coach, and today I'm diving into measuring growth and how we forget to do it a lot of the time. And it's so easy to get so caught up in where you want to be and where you are now, because you see that gap and you're like, how am I going to close that gap? How am I going to do that? And then you forget to look back and see everything you've already done and see how that growth has all compounded into where you are now. Like, you're a completely different person. I mean, ask yourself, are you reacting or responding the same way to things now as you were 6 months ago? You know, like, you come such a long way every single day. And to forget to look back on that is, I mean, you're missing out on something great, honestly. And about closing the gap to your future, that's not the growth you really have to worry about. What matters is which ladder you're deciding to climb up. And I say that because my mind always goes to this ladder analogy. And you've probably seen it online, maybe you haven't, but it's two pictures, or one picture. There's two ladders, and there's two people trying to climb up the ladder. And one ladder, the steps of the ladder are like way out of your reach, like 10 feet apart, okay? And this person's trying to scale the side of the ladder and like climb up it and reach it and jump and get there, and they're struggling, but they just see that success. They see that step of where they want to be in life, and they are just fighting with all their might to get there. But the other person, their ladder has steps that are closer together. They can actually climb up it, and they may get up to the top and no problem, while the other person's still struggling just to get to that next one. Because it's not about the big changes that we make in life. It's about all the little steps, because they build and build and build and build and build, and then everything is just amazing. And it's so easy to miss that. I mean, we're always so worried about what we're gonna do. What should I do? What direction am I going in? But maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's just about being in the moment. Maybe it's about taking the next aligned step, no matter how small. And it's funny, we spend so much time thinking about that future image of where we want to be that we end up missing it when it comes. Like 6 months ago, you were probably worried about where you're going to be today. And then you were so worried about it that you've totally missed the fact that you are exactly where you were worried about being. So instead of doing that again for the next 6 months, just bring yourself back to the present. Reel yourself back in, because you don't want to miss what's happening right now and go another 6 months and then still feel like, oh man, where am I going to be in 6 months? Where am I going to be in 6 months? No, look at where you are now. Look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've accomplished and overcome. You know, life is rough. I'm sure it was not all sunshine and rainbows. But I bet you're a hell of a lot stronger and wiser now. And instead of worrying about the future you, do something today that will help today's you and in turn will help future you. Whether that is pausing and just breathing or taking a break. Or maybe it's sending that email that feels like a big task, but really mind over matter. You know it's going to be really quick and easy. But the hardest thing in the world, I swear, the hardest thing is to start the task. The second hardest thing is coming back around to it after you've fallen. Because we're all going to fall. We're all going to... Please. If anybody tells you that they have made it to their success without falling at all, they're full of it. Okay? We're all going to fall. And all that matters is that you keep getting back up. You keep showing up for yourself, not for anybody else. You keep showing up for yourself. You keep taking that next aligned step, because failure only happens when you give up. So instead of worrying about where you are right now and feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be in life, recognize that the you are today is the you that you were dreaming of 6 months ago. Okay? Don't miss this moment. Don't miss the present moment. And as a last piece of advice that I'll give you, because it's just so noisy around us all the time, there's always something happening. I strongly encourage you to take a day, if you can, by yourself. You don't have to plan anything. You don't have to try to meet up with people. Just take a day and go out by yourself. You might not know what to do with yourself, but that's kind of the point. You're sitting in the silence and sitting with yourself and then listening to what comes up. And you're like, I kind of want to do that. Oh, wait, I can. And go and do it. Whether that's shopping or grabbing a bite or sitting by the water. Do something to reward yourself for everything that you have done, instead of getting down on yourself for not doing the last 2 tasks on your lists of 100 things to do. Because you're doing great. Like, actually great. And I really hope that you see that. But that is all I got for you for today. So I hope it helps, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.